guys, thanks for joining me for this episode of the Being Beautifully Honest podcast. So I wanted to talk about a clip from the virtual Real Housewives of Atlanta reunion show. Now, the clip that I wanted to talk about was when Porsha Williams was pretty much going off on Eva Marcille about a comment that Eva made. And the comment that Eva made, it was regarding Porsha, but she made it about Porsha's baby. And as you guys may or may not know, Porsha's child's father, I don't like to say baby daddy, but that's, pretty much what it is right now because they are not married. He is not seen as the most attractive dude out there right now. He just isn't. A lot of people say he looks like a fat version of Jermaine Dupri. I don't know. But honestly, Porsha, I don't really know. She knows how to pick them when it comes to the men that she's been seen dating on the show, because all of them have been flawed in some way, shape, or form. But she is a very, pretty and attractive woman. But I feel like sometimes she, in that department of the picker, not saying it should always be just about looks, but it doesn't seem like the men that she gets with match in comparison to her looks. But I get it, when you are someone who are, you are looking for someone to be with and you're at a certain status financially, especially with women, they tend to not really want to date down, they call it, because they want somebody who is either on their same level financially or who can help them out and be above them financially. And for what Porsha was saying, she was portraying that this guy was above her financially. She seems to be doing pretty good from being on the Real Housewives of Atlanta, and then she's ventured off into other things where she's got the Dish Nation that she is one of the hosts on. She's been doing that for many years thanks to Ricky Smiley, who put her on. And then she's got her own little, I don't want to say little, but she's got her own business ventures that she's done as well over the years with her hair extensions line and the lingerie and whatever else that she's got going on. So she's doing well financially in her own right. But the guy that she's with, his name is Dennis McKinley. He is not seen as the most attractive person, okay? And so she had a baby with this guy, and she had a little girl. She calls the baby PJ. I don't remember what the initials PJ stands for. I believe the P is for Pilar. At first, when I heard her calling the baby PJ, I thought she was trying to say Porsha Jr., but anyway, whatever. The baby was born. Now, looks are always subjective, but we all know you're not supposed to call someone's baby ugly or say that, the baby is struggling in the face and other stuff. And you have sometimes heard some comedians talk about that when they talk about, how you can't tell someone their baby is ugly, but if the child is ugly, then you have to come up with creative ways of complimenting the person's child, but not outright lying and saying that the baby is cute. Anyway, I don't remember exactly what the comment was that Eva made, but it was something that Eva said to someone else, but it was filmed. So you all know how that works. When something is filmed on these shows and they go back and watch it, they get to watch everything before the reunion. And the reason they do this is to get people fired up. So if there's something that slipped by that they didn't know about that someone said or did, then it will heat things up and get people fired up for the reunion so that the fireworks can begin. And that's one of the reasons why sometimes you will see where there was something that happened on the show and people got into it, but then they apologized and you thought they were over it. But then when they come to the reunion, things are being brought back up as if nothing changed. And one of the reasons why is because they have to watch the episodes again. So they get fired up and then they get hot under the collar, they get pissed off again, or they may see something that they didn't absolutely 100% know about that someone said or did. And so they're bringing it back up. So that's one of the reasons why that happens. But with this, Eva was having a conversation, I believe, with Cynthia Bailey. I believe that's who she was having a conversation with over the phone. And either it was Cynthia or it was Candy. But either way, Eva made the comment about Porsha needing to take care of the baby that looks like Dennis with a bow on. Now, again, looks are subjective, and you should never talk about someone's child. Now, when Porsha confronted Eva about it on this clip, and the reunion hasn't come out yet, hasn't been aired yet, Porsha was so angry. And she said, I will never forgive you for what you said about my child, ever. Do you understand me? And Eva was looking like she didn't know what Porsha was talking about. She was like, I never said anything about your child. Now, Eva's been known to backpedal and not really own up to things that she has said. Or if it's something that she did say, she'd say, oh, well, I didn't mean it that way. That's not what I meant. And so that's why a lot of people don't really care for Eva, and they feel like she doesn't own up to what she says and what she does. And that's a little bit disappointing, because when she first joined as a friend to the show before she actually was a peach holder, I thought that's what she was going to be like. Because when Cynthia was dating that clown, Will, I believe his name was, and Eva brought up the fact that this guy was dating her friend, and it wasn't that long ago when this guy was telling Cynthia something else. She stood up in it. She was like, yeah, that's what I said, and I don't have any reason to lie. So I felt at the time when she was introduced and she was, that way, that's how she was going to be, 100% of the time throughout the shows, but she hasn't really shown herself to be that way. So when Eva says to Porsha, like, I never said anything about your child, she looked confused. Like she really didn't know what Porsha was talking about. Well, the thing about it is, here's the thing, guys, and I want to know what you guys think about it in the comment section. The baby does look like Dennis. Now, whether you feel like that is a diss or a knock to the baby or to Porsha, that's someone's opinion. But we all know sometimes it's not really what you say, it's how you say it. So if Eva was, making a comment and it was, lighthearted and fun, and she was like, oh my God, PJ looks just like Dennis, just with a bow on, something like that, then people may not look at it the way that they're looking at it now, and the way Portia's looking at it when Eva comes out to say that, and then Portia's like, I'll never forgive you for what you said, because it is the context. It is how she said it, because she was basically pissed off with Porsha at the time. So when she said what she said, it clearly was coming across as, in a sense, saying, girl, you need to go mind your business with you and your ugly baby. Now, we know that's not exactly what Eva said, but she might as well have said that because of the context that she said it in. And I hope that makes sense. You let me know if you agree or not. But I believe that is what Porsha was upset about and why she came across the way that she did. Because even though we all can see that the baby clearly does look like Dennis, the baby does. And that happens a lot. A lot of times you will see where, like, if a couple has a baby, if they have a little girl, the little girl will tend to look more like the dad. And if they have a boy, the little boy will tend to look more like the mom. It happens a lot. And then babies' features and children's features change over time. Sometimes it doesn't stay that way. Sometimes they start to have a little bit of metamorphosis and they start to look more like the other parent, and it stuff like that happens. But Eva shouldn't have said anything about the baby, period. Whether she thought that, whether she felt that way, it was the fact that she said it and the context that she said it in. So you let me know how you feel about it, but that's just my opinion on it. You're welcome to have yours. I feel that Porsha did have the right to feel some type of way because of the way that it was said. Clearly, again, the baby does look like her dad, and there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, people can have ugly parents and the child can turn out to be beautiful. Let's just be honest, and sometimes they say two ugly people can create beautiful babies too. That's another little saying that's out there. But yeah, Porsha did have the right to feel some type of way about it and be upset. I wouldn't take it to heart because clearly the baby is a cute baby. Features and looks and all of those things are subjective, but she's a cute little baby. And Porsha doesn't have anything to worry about, but that probably is a source of contention for her because she is clearly all about her looks. So to have a little girl who she may feel that people are saying is struggling in the features department because the baby tends to look more like the dad than like her, that could be something that she feels some way about. It's true. Stuff like that does happen. It does. Sometimes people get upset because they may have a baby that the hair isn't growing as fast as they would like it to, or just different things. Honestly, people do have vanity things going on about their children's looks sometimes. It's not rare. And with someone like Porsha who is all about her looks, that could be a place where she has some insecurities about, her child. It's true. But you let me know how you feel about it in the comment section, guys. Thank you so much for listening to this episode. Please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you have not already done so. And check the description box for ways that you can support this channel. I really appreciate you listening. And this is the Minister of Beauty, here to share the Bible. That's business, inspiration, beauty, life, and enjoyment. And until the next episode, have an amazingly blessed and beautiful day.